Hello, 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 Chris, hello, hello. I have exciting news, but not really, but kind of. Hello, Alfie, hello, hello. I have kind of exciting news, but it's not really anything exciting, but I think it's kind of exciting, but it's not gonna be here for 2 weeks. So I don't even know why I'm bringing it up now, but, but, but I took one of the t-shirts from the little merchy thing that I have. I took one of them and I made it into a pillow today. But there's no like pillow fluff. Is that the words? Pillow fluff? There's no pillow fluff in the world right now because apparently everybody's making pillows. For what for? I'm unsure, but the world is empty of pillow fluff. So I tried stuffing another pillow I own in it, and it was too fat, and you couldn't read the words on the t-shirt. So I won't have pillow fluff for 2 weeks. But I made another decoration to go in the back. To go with my beautiful decor now. Boards, fireplace, picture, odd poster, and junk. Ghosts. Wait, oh, I don't have the triangle. Oh yeah, I use that because I spilled tea all over it. Shit. But yeah, I made a pillow. I made a pillow, and it's kind of I sewed the square of it, like I cut off the sleeves and made it a square, but or a rectangle. But I don't have pillow fluff. And everything, like I tried stuffing a blanket in it and it just looked lumpy, so no lumpy pillows. So in 2 weeks I shall have pillow. So that's. Oh, and I wanted to show you, I got these really fancy straws for these because the ones that came with them are starting to get kind of gross, the reusable straws, and so I bought some more. Oh my god. I'm not using dog fuzz. That's long gone. The dog fuzz is way long gone. But I got fancy swirly straws that I wanted to show all of you, but it's fine. It's fine. They're just gone. Just gone. I'm back to my classic cup because I lost all my other cups. I don't even know where. Like, I could not find them. I'm a cup hoarder. I'm slowly realizing I hoard cups everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Oh, oh, and another exciting thing. My bridge design is what my group is going with for our project. Like my second design, not the first one, the second one. But my second bridge design where I took all of our ideas and combined it into one, I won. And it's going to be like my design is practically winner. I don't know if I said this. Did I say this? No, because it happened when did I do this? Saturday. So no, I haven't said it yet. Oh yeah, Sunday was a disaster with. Oh wait, no, today's Sunday. Was it yesterday? Friday. Friday was Jesus Christ. Oh my god. I'm losing my mind. That's fine. It's fine. That's absolutely 100% fine. But no, um, 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 my bridge won. But not kind of like we edited it, but yeah, Friday, I don't know what happened to me Friday. I was cranky because I'm a bitch and I just got really cranky for no reason, you know? And so I just decided to just like go and lay in bed before I like chop somebody's head off. And I fell asleep. I don't even know. Don't even know. Don't even know how that happened. No, I don't even know why I need the rest of my group. No, I like them. I need them to be able to write things, you know? I can't write worth shit. Like this half of our assignment we have right now is just writing stuff. Not for me. Today's Sunday, right? Ah shit. I'm really losing my mind. I thought today was. What did I think? I thought today was Monday. That's fine. That's fine. That's really fine. I'm just losing my mind. Big time. I'm a day ahead. Don't know what I've done. Yeah, I don't know. And I found that beautiful picture today of me riding a bear. I feel like that's the greatest picture I've ever taken in my life. You know? Like from a year ago, but I like it. I like the bear. It's actually a video. I took a screenshot from the video, and it's me just laughing my head off. I gotta find a moose. Hello, Fact. Hello. I'm losing my mind. I didn't know what day it was. I just kind of, I got very lost for a second. Yes, riding a bear. You're in our lovely, beautiful Discord where we discuss me riding bears. You would see me riding a bear. Yeah, I have been, but like I just had an extra losing my mind moment. Just like a big one. Look at how pretty that one is. Look it. Sometimes my hair does cooperate and make like really pretty pieces. And then this blob. Stop touching the hair. Stop touching the hair. I don't know if it's just me or did it just like, it feels like it got really long again and I'm getting pissed off. I don't know if I can go back. I was too perfect back then. I had my life too put together back then. I don't think I can go back to that. That's like, I was so uptight though. I don't think so. I don't think I want to go back to that. You think I'm awkward now? It was worse. It used to be worse. I can't go back to being that awkward and no. No. Nah. I used to be really put together. Used to be like such a psycho about like being on a schedule and I can't. I can't. I don't want it anymore. I hated my life though. So I mean it's kind of for the better. I kind of lost my shit. Hello, Pope. Hello. No, I don't have a different chair. This is my chair. Can you see that? Oh, there's another chair right here, but you can't see it. It's like right here, like right there. Yeah, I was no fun. No, absolutely not even. Nope. Yeah, I was very strict about school. Like, honestly, I scheduled everything in my life and I had to stick to everything to the hour. I would like set a timer on my phone and be like, I'm gonna do this for 2 hours and no more than 2 hours. And I would set a timer and then it's like, now I gotta do this. It was horrible. I don't want to go back to that. But I got a lot done. There's nothing saying I didn't get a lot done. There's gotta be a balance, but I don't know. I don't know. I haven't figured that one out yet. But I used to like the amount of timers I have on my phone that are still sitting there from when I used to do that. My God. My God. And I had to leave like always like when I was going to school every day. Like I started school kind of roughly at a different time every day, and I knew what time exactly to get up every single day. Like I wouldn't get up like, oh, I have 3 out of 5 days of the week, school week, I have classes at 8 a.m. So I need to leave the house by 7:15. And so like on the Tuesday, Thursdays that I had class at 10, I'm not doing that. No. Instead of just getting up and leaving the house at 7:15 like a normal person and trying to be on consistent, no, I had a schedule for every single day of the week. Because I like to just lose my mind. I can think of it now. Like I can think of like, hey, if I have to be at school at this time and I have to leave by 9:15, and then that means that I have to get up at this time in order to do this, and if I don't want to do this, then I can. I don't want to go back. I don't wanna. The amount I used to stress myself out counting hours, I can like stress myself out thinking about counting hours. So let's just not go back there. Let's I like being a free spirit that has no consistency in my life. Other than 9:30. Other than I get up at 9:30 no matter what. That's my consistency. At least I have like this much. This much. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. I don't want to go back there. I need to cut my hair again. It's so long. Touch the hair! It's fine. How did I even get on that topic? I don't even lose my shit thinking about that. Touch the hair. I don't even know how I got there. I don't know. I did cut it. I did. Cause it used to all be the same length. But like the bottom part of my hair doesn't grow as fast as okay. Weird thing with my hair is this side of my head grows slower than this side, and the underneath of my hair grows way slower. So like the top always catches up. I hate it. And so like these were a lot shorter, but now they're like weird again. I don't know. I don't know what I've done. I don't know. I swear I cut off like so much. Maybe I'll just shave my head. I feel like I need to do something with it, but I don't know. Salons aren't opening up for like months. Like, there's like, we have this structured plan in my province of like when things are opening up. And it's like by how many cases are in the hospital. So, like, by there's 650 cases, this is what unlocks. There's 400 and some, this is what unlocks. 300, this is what unlocks. Like, hair salons are near the bottom, so we're never seeing those ever again. And the hair salon I used to go to closed. They're dead. They had to close completely. So I don't even know where to go now. Now I'm lost. I don't like going anyways because people touching my hair. I hate it. I hate when people touch my hair. My hair is like mine to touch and only mine to touch. No one else's. So like I don't like them touching my hair anyways, but I can't even go. They're dead. Dead. I don't know. I'm dramatic. Who would have guessed that one? Like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Don't know. I just want things to be open, okay? Like I just like I'm like please just please God, just open the things I need. Just me. Who cares about what other people's needs? Who cares? Just open the things I need. Please God. Please and thank you. You know, the things that they've chosen to open just piss me off. Like gyms. They chose gyms first, but not the whole gym, only certain things. So certain things in the gym have to be like taped off. What the hell? If you're gonna have the gym open, just have the whole thing open. Why tape off a certain section? Like, who gives a shit? Yep. Oh, but you know, we can have change rooms open at clothing stores. You know, that makes sense. People can try on clothes, put their bodily sweats on the clothes, and then we can put them back on the rack. You know, that's fine. I don't understand. Where's the logic? I don't get it. It's fine. It's fine. I don't go out anyways. I don't know why I'm freaking out, but like I don't get it. I just don't get it. I just don't understand how they choose their stupidity. How do you choose your stupidity? Stupidity. I have a t-shirt. I'm not gonna ever wear it on stream because, you know, I'm not that much of an asshole. But I have a t-shirt that says you can't fix stupid even with duct tape. It's like my favorite t-shirt. Yeah, but like that was the reasoning they wouldn't open like gyms was because like the change rooms there's lots of people in it and like that kind of thing. But I'm like what's the difference between going to a clothing store and trying on clothes and then putting them back on the rack? And at a gym you change there. Like I don't know. That's what I was very confused how they chose that logic. So we're gonna change the new saying to "can't fix stupid even with duct tape." I don't know why my hair's so stringy. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. What the hell have I done? Make stop. It's fine. I don't know what I did. Wait. What did I do? Oh, there. There. It's fine. It's back to normal. It's fine. It's fine. In other news, in the tragic life of Maria, um, I don't know. I'm not gonna stream tomorrow. I don't think I can. Like, I don't even know how I'd make it work. I'm getting a sleep study done. Fancy, huh? It's gotten to the point where being up for 48 hours is unsafe one too many times. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm getting a sleep study done. See what the hell is wrong with me. And so tomorrow I have to like go in the afternoon and they're gonna hook up a bunch of equipment on me and I just gotta go home with that. So I don't want to stream with like things all over me, stuck to me. Because they're gonna like stick things in my hair, it sounds like. So I don't want to stream with all that shit on. You know, I can talk about my tragedies, but to actually like visibly show you my tragedies, I feel like makes it too real, and I don't want to make it too real, okay? That's like half of it. I don't want to make it too real, but that's what I'm doing tomorrow. And I don't know. They're like showing me the equipment and there's like a box that I'm gonna have to carry around for the day because I'm gonna be hooked up to a box and yeah. I'm really excited. I'm not sharing it in Discord. No. No. Nah, nah, nah. No, you don't want to see it. No. I don't even want to see it. I'm scared. They said they're like gonna stick things on my head and I have to like have a breathing tube to make sure I'm just not like stopping breathing or something. I don't think that's my problem. Imagine if that's my problem. That I just like casually stop breathing at night. That's why I can't sleep. Oh my god. I don't want to find that out either. Problems bother me. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I know it's sleep apnea. My mom has sleep apnea with the whole mask thing at night. I don't know, maybe that's my problem. I don't know. I the only thing I know I do in my sleep is I talk. No matter what it is, no matter like I, I don't know, I've just always been told I talk in my sleep. It doesn't matter when. It like just I've recorded myself before and like watched for when like it spikes and it's just like nah, it's just gibberish. Like it's just like me stringing together random you have no idea what I'm saying. The only time I've ever had like it been full on, like the only time I've heard it's been a full on sentence, I was with a a boyfriend at the time and I was like sleeping at his house. And apparently I stood like straight up. Like I was in just like stood straight up in bed and I was saying to him like the plane needs fuel. I kept going to him and I was like, the plane needs fuel. And I'm like, we need lots of fruits and vegetables for the plane. I don't know. And I just like kept going on and on about like fruits and vegetables for the plane. And he like I think he said he told me he asked me if I was awake and I said no. And I just like went back to sleep, like just fell back over and went to sleep. Just like that. So I'm fun. Yeah. So it was just a simple, are you awake? No, I'm not. Like even my brain knew I'm not awake. How does that work? That's fine. It's fine. Casual. Oh. That's the worst I've ever heard. Like there's been a few others, but they're just like plain and boring. But hello Spency, hello. I'm not a psycho. I just Apparently, well, actually, apparently my psychoness doesn't shut off even at night. It stays awake and I talk. I should start recording myself when I sleep. See what happens. See what I say. How many times do I sit up and start talking about planes and we need to feed the plane fruits and vegetables? I don't know. Maybe that's maybe that's how they fuel up the plane, is with fruits and vegetables. I really don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking. It's fine. Fine. I was gonna play Umdy Dum Dum. I was gonna play Umdy Dum Dum. I was gonna play what's the horror game that I'm gonna play called? What is it called? I can't think of it. Oh my god. Layers of Fear, there we go. I was gonna play Layers of Fear, but then I was like, what if it actually does scare me and I screw up the results of this sleep study? Then I'm like big screwed, right? So let's not do that. Let's play something calming, like Dream Daddy. So, I don't casually want to be scared and just screw it all up. Fine. It's fine. How do I? I love you. I love it. We only have like a few more, like one. Like after the stream, like maybe one or two more, depending on how long the ending is. I got it. Got it. One day I'm going to tip. But it's for the content. Why doesn't it work? What did I do? Oh wait, you know, okay, I've discovered, I think I know what I did to make it work better by accident. Does this, wait, let's see if this fixes it. Let's wait, does that like fix it? What did I, how is it working so good the past couple days and then today it's like, nah. Let's not. Here, I'll just glow in the dark. Then it works. There. It's fine. Jammies! Hello, Scoot. Hello, Jammies. Why is it like, it's been working so good though? What did I do to you? What did I do? I did move the light though. Maybe that has something to do with it. Okay, one second. I don't know how to chill. Look at it! It's a line! It's a line! I have the hiccups. Did I ignore jammies for a week? Is that what you're saying? No, I did it. I think I did it, did I? Why is it like... Ignore it. No, I didn't ignore him. I don't know. I think it has to do with I moved the light. I took my tripod with me to the mountains, to go skating in the mountains, and well, yeah. These are hand motions. I just saw myself do that and play back great. I don't know, I just moved the light. That's the only thing that would have changed is I took the light down, I took the light piece off of it, and I took the bottom part because it's a tripod for your phone, and I took that with me. And I put it back. That's the only thing that's different from the last stream where it worked to today. So clearly it's pissed off. That's the only thing I changed. You've got dads.
Welcome. You've got
dads. I love that. You've got dads. What does this dad want? The runs. I had to sort and grab some chunky. What? What? I think we're going for Dad, I can't British. Dad, I can't British. Yep. I think today we'll go through these two or like these two. I'm gonna save Brian for the last and like play his last two date things last. Yes. That's what I'm doing. What is I had to the store and grab you a real chunky milkshake. What does that even mean? What does that mean? Lurk and play. Beautiful. Okay, then who does Chuck need? Who does Chuck need? Tell me. Tell me then. If you have opinions on dads, tell me. Wouldn't that make it worse? It's not for the... Why? Why would you have comforting milkshakes? Why? Got the runs in it. Oh, running. You're less excited about that than home remedies for it. Why? If you've got nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. Sorry. I love that commercial. Sorry about that one. I love that commercial. It's my favorite commercial. But I don't know if I want to go out with him. Well, didn't we just go like yesterday with him? I love that song. When you've got nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. I was singing that. Where was I singing that the other night? I swear to God, well, it's probably not the first time this week. People used to rhyme my name with diarrhea. Yeah, Craig's I don't like Craig, but people used to rhyme my name with diarrhea, like the assholes they are. Hello, Flanders, hello. But Arby had diarrhea. Don't remember it. It's like traumatic. I had this friend and she wanted to give me a nickname, okay? And her name, what was her name? I don't even remember her name. I don't even know what I must have had a nickname for her and that she wanted one for me too. I want to say it was like Emma or Sierra or something. I think it was Sierra. And I think I had a nickname for her and she wanted one for me and she started calling me M because like my name's like a verbal diarrhea kind of thing because there's just way too many syllables in a short period of time. And then everyone wanted also to add a nickname to me, but they gave me diarrhea. Cute, huh? I hate that. I hate it. We'll go running. Might as well do all the mini little things.
Hey.
What is this? Is this a mini game? That's really what it is for me. I love it, but I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Bro.
You can see the other runners on your channel. So do I get to play a mini game?
Dude.
We will be here to cheer each other on. I'll be right here with you.
Nice.
Oh wait, I'm supposed to be. Oh yeah. Bro, just keep rhythm going. Keep heart rate up, but don't overexert yourself. You'll do great. What the hell do I do?
Run that dad.
Run that dad! Run that dad! Run that dad! I don't know what buttons I'm supposed. Oh, both! Both! Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Kill him!
Bro.
Kill him! I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Not even a clue. Not a clue. Not a clue. What am I don't understand this. Oh, is he dying? Did I just kill him? Run. Run, buddy, run!
Bro.
Run! Look at me, I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I don't even know, but I know I'm winning. I think. Can I beat this man in front of me? Chuck can have a heart attack as long as he wins. Is this Craig in front of me? Can I, like,
Hey.
beat him? Run! Run, bitch, run! Okay, got this. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, not a clue. Other than flicking a bunch of times. Oh, what am I doing? How do I get the other nonsense? It just like randomly does it? I don't know. Need another bitch. Keep going, keep going. I got it, I got it, I got it, I got it, I got it. Chuck's gonna die, but that's okay. Where's these other psychos? Is that the order, like, of people? So we're in, like, 5th? Chuck will not stand for this. This doesn't look like Chuck either. Chuck is not that plain and boring.
Bro.
I can't sip of tea, you bitch. I got it. Bitch, I got it. Look. I got it. Tea. Did I win? I don't know if I won, but like that hurt my hand. Personal best!
That was a gold medal performance for sure.
Look at me go!
Welcome. You've got dads.
Shit, that was fun. That really hurt my hand though. I really think I'm getting arthritis in this hand. I'm starting to really believe it. That's fine. Just wreck it some more. It's fine. It's a little bit more clicking. It's fine. I win. See, that was worth doing it, even though Craig's such a bitch. And is needy. What is all this? Is this like messages? Oh no, this is from before. I thought this was like they're having another conversation. Okay, I'm saving his, I think, okay, so I don't want Craig. I don't think I want Craig. Other than, okay, here's the benefits of Craig. Craig is making Chuck better himself, right? Chuck, I think, needs that, right? A little motivation in his life, and that's Craig. They're buddies. They were college buddies, right? So that's kind of a thing. They already know each other. They're already kind of friends. He's got some kids. He's single dad with a lot of kids. Chuck could really help with that. But does Chuck want to go back to having little kids in his life? I don't know. Right? So that he's kind of good, honestly, other than he likes running. I'd love to be a homewrecker. As much as I love it, I don't want to have his stoner kids. No thanks. Not into it. Not into his stoner kids. Robert will worsen Chuck's life. But Robert is the adventure Chuck needs, right? I feel like Robert's a good friend. Yeah, no thanks. Joseph's out of the question. Okay, out of the question is him and him. Like, Damien and Joseph. Gone. Dead. Not even... Hello, Nick. Hello. I don't know if Robert would break his heart, but, like... Robert is a good time. But not a dream daddy. Right? You know, you gotta have these steps in between. You're not gonna meet your dream daddy as the first person you meet, right? So you gotta have a few steps in between. And I feel like Robert's a step in between. He's like the little fun in the middle you have before you meet your dream daddy. I think he said he had a dog. That's it. He's gotta have some kid, because otherwise he's not even a daddy, and what are we even doing with that, right? So then I don't even know who Matt is. And then Hugo is pretentious as shit. Didn't he say he didn't like his favorite show, what, that ice trucker ghost truckers thing? Haunted ghost truckers? I don't know what it was exactly called, but that show, he didn't like it. Did Brian not like it? I think Brian didn't like it either. But he's too pretentious, right? And yeah, and teachers' kids often have issues. Not to say that in a mean way, but I feel like I've known a lot of people whose parents are teachers and they like drugs too. Along with priests, you know, they kind of go hand in hand. Social workers too. Like the whole circle of like people that should have like really good kids, a lot of times have drug addicts. Just saying from personal experience. Don't know if that's a common trend, but that's my information I have. Okay, and so, okay. Craig is honestly looking like a good option. Just saying. Just saying. I didn't like Craig in the beginning, but Craig is kind of like okay-ish. So definitely not Damien, definitely not Hugo or Joseph or Robert. Don't know who Matt is, so I feel like, yeah, it's between Craig and Brian. Brian's daughter gets along well with Amanda. You know how excited Amanda would be? That's good ending Amanda right there with Brian, right? Craig, we have to go back to having little kids. And does Chuck really need that in his life? Chuck's just getting out in the world again. His kid's leaving. It's time to be free, you know? And then he'd be tied down by Craig. Brian has a good kid that doesn't need much help. A little bit older, not tying Chuck down for very long. But the accent. The accent I gave him is just like trash. Okay, that's my debating. So I feel like I'll leave, because we've done 2 dates. This will make us this is our dream daddy, the next one we go on. Because I looked up how like this works, like how do you pick a dream daddy, and it's the 3rd date. The 3rd date, you're locked in, that's your ending kind of thing. And Brian, we got the best date we've ever had. Like I think we've gotten A's on his, but like Brian, we got like the S, like the big tier. Okay, I gotta learn an accent before. When do I stream next? Wednesday. I gotta learn a good accent by Wednesday. Yep. I got it. I have a bridge due Wednesday, but I think I can learn to accent that time. Okay, okay. So we'll skip these two. No, I haven't learned British, no. But I was gonna save them to the end in case that's who we pick. Right? Then we can, like, do all, like, the 2 of his dates in a row. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna skip him and him for this time, and then I'm gonna finish. I feel like I want to finish off these 3 and then pick one. That's what I picked. So we're gonna go with Robert. We're gonna go out with our bad daddy. I had a lot of fun with Robert the last time we hung out, but I'm beginning to wonder if he's dodging me. I tried messaging him a few times, and Dad Book says he hasn't even read them. Haven't even seen him come out of his house. Actually, he's dead. He's dead. Come on, you gotta know about the dads! I don't know, I'm just going off of, like... Honestly, like, I don't even know much about any of them. I just know, like, this dad has this kid, and this dad has this kid. And this is bad dad, and this is good dad. That's it. How many people have probably chose Damien and gone, he's my small, depressed boy? I hate it. I hate it. I can hear it already. I want to know what the most popular, like, dad pick is. Wait, I want to Google that. I want to know if that's, like, a thing. Dream daddy common ending? I don't know. I want to know who's, like, who do they pick? Oh, Matt's the top to pick. I don't even know who that is. I know he has a coffee shop. That's it. It's Matt. Yeah, Matt. The common thing is, like, everyone chooses Matt. Ew, why? Does Matt even have a... Yes, Matt has a kid, right? Matt has that kid that has that Carmen something or other. Or is that somebody else's kid? I don't know. Too many dads. I decided to send him one last message. Figure that this will produce the same result. I'm tired. It's fine. Don't know where you've been with Michigan. I don't want to go out with Mary though. Is that like half of this is I don't want to see Mary. No thanks. I walk away from the computer because at this point I know he's not messaging me back anytime soon. Like, Mary is disgusting. Robert's the Russian dad, and that's who we're going out with. I spilt my tea all over the lid with I don't even know how. How do I do this shit? I don't know what I do. I don't even have a nap. I don't have that square again. It's probably because I'm sitting here, like, spinning it. I don't think you can see it. No, I'm, like, spinning it. Wow, I wonder how it's spilled on the lid if I'm sitting here spinning it. I linger in the kitchen. I'm all caught up on the work. The house is relatively clean. Maybe I should do something nice for Amanda. Do something nice for Amanda. I'll bake her favorite pie. I like baking pie. I root through my pantry and pull out all the ingredients. This is an old family recipe I used to make with my grandmother when I was a kid. I lost the actual recipe card a long time ago, but I think I'll be able to remember how to bake it. I have an old recipe book from my great-grandma that has many pie recipes in it. One of them, squirrel pie. Another one, possum pie. There's like barely any fruit pies. There's like, I think there was rhubarb because rhubarb's like a weed over here, and not. I think strawberries because wild strawberries are very common too, but that's it. But there's possum pie. You know, some casual with possum pie. I start mixing the ingredients together for the crust until I get a nice dough. I throw some cherries into a saucepan to make the filling. Normally, I don't like to multitask in the kitchen, but this cherry pie is a piece of cake. Pie? Is that a piece of pie? Remember I named that book A Piece of Pie? Isn't that what I named it? That thing, the cover, I wanted to make a little book and I made a piece of pie. I'm making a pie. It was like that dramatic girl walking through a field. Yep. Oh man, I can never remember what the temperature you're supposed to set the oven at. I'm pretty sure it's 375, but I could be wrong. Who am I kidding? I'm never wrong when it comes to this pie. My special twist on Grandma's recipe includes secret ingredient that not even Amanda knows about. It's really cherry's extra flavor. God, why can't I remember what the secret ingredient is? Almond. Always almond. I freaking love almond extract. Almond extract is delicious. It doesn't matter if there's too much. I accidentally poured a little too much and way too much in. I'm sure it's fine. Baking is aren't some of the most beautiful arts made from mistakes. Almond extract. Always more. More almonds. I love it. I made cookies the other day. Chocolate and maple syrup flavored cookies. Because, you know, I'm Canadian and I like maple syrup cookies. I don't know. I use maple syrup more than I use actual sugar. Because, you know, that makes sense. I actually get the pie in the oven. How long am I supposed to leave it in there? 50 minutes? I'll just wing it. Man is going to be so excited. This kid loves a good pie. Well, instead of sugar, I just use maple syrup because I don't like really sweet things. I don't know. I don't like very sugary sweet things. I like the darkest dark chocolate you can get. Milk chocolate just absolutely disgusts me. So I mean, I just wanted maple syrup as a sweetener, so it's not as sugary. I have a seat at the kitchen table and do word jumbles until Amanda comes home. I can hear the door slam. And it was also, I followed a vegan recipe, so like they didn't add a lot of liquids, so I decided why I followed a vegan recipe. I don't even know why, but because they didn't add milk, I just decided to dump maple syrup in it. Yeah, that's fine. That makes sense. Yo, Pops, what smells like pie in here? It's pie, sweetie. Huh. Amanda darts over to the oven and looks inside. Yeah, vegan's not very good, but I added butter. They can suck it. Like, it was to use, like, coconut oil, and I was, like, disgusted by that, so... Butter. Real butter. Yeah. What did that? I don't even know. It said yes, but... Hey, it's not done. Be patient. What's your angle here? What? Huh? Pies are an objective-based convection. What are you trying to get out of me? Been leading a double life. Amanda, I have terrible news for you. I'm actually a pro skateboarder and an aspiring astronaut and bank robber. The lifestyle is calling me back, and I must go. One less job, you know how it is. This pie was the only way I know how to tell you. Well, I appreciate the years we spent together, but a trade-up is a trade-up. Remember when you're kicking your feet up in... Yep. Thanks for all the pie. We share a cordial handshake. Yep. Words. I wait a few more minutes before taking the pie out of the oven. I set it on a rack to cool and guard it so Amanda doesn't dig into it before it's ready. Huh. What? Does it look kind of weird to you? Oh, that's just me taking artistic license on what cherry pie means to me emotionally. I'm just saying it's because, you know, it seems like you might have baked the pie incorrectly, and you're currently right now trying to pass it off as a good thing. It's art, sweetie. Was it art when you accidentally baked a whole uncracked egg into the center of my 12th birthday cake? What? Was it art when you accidentally baked a whole Uncracked egg. What? How? What? Like a whole egg. A whole ass egg in the cake in the center. So now it's like, is it like a boiled, like a hard boiled egg, but a baked egg in the middle? How do you, what? Well, was it art when you tried to make brownies and accidentally created coloring gas? You know, that's casual, I understand that one. Well, it's a bit of an exaggeration. Was it art when you just eat the pie, Tim? As I cut a few slices and we said the cherry filling oozes out of the sides and the buttery crust glistens, I watch as Amanda takes a bite. What's wrong? Is it not good? Amanda winces in her mouth. No, I burned the heck out of the roof of my mouth. This pie is amazing. Sorry for doubting you. Good pie, I win. I saw my brother really take a bite. She's right, the price is pretty incredible, as it always is. See? Almond is always right. Almond flavoring is the best thing to ever exist. And I love almond flavoring. And if you could drink it and it wouldn't taste like garbage, I would. You know, like the saying, like, if you want your house to smell like Christmas or something, you like bake vanilla extract in your oven for a while, like just a little bit in the oven, and it's supposed to make your house smell good. Well, I remember I read this post years ago, and I say this all the time now when I'm baking, and I always go, she said she used too much and it smelled like inside of the Pillsbury Doughboy's butthole. I can't tell you how many times a week I say that. It smells like the inside of the Pillsbury Doughboy's butthole. Anytime something smells good. Yep. Yeah. Casual, right? Casual Maria things. I'm really proud of you for making a pie without burning the new house down. I got a new few dad tricks of my dad's. Yeah. Super casual, I know. Maybe fathers weren't as bumbling and stupid as the media makes us out to be. Maybe we as a society should have a little more respect for our fathers as a whole. Dad, your sleeve is on fire. I'm ready to sink and put myself out. Pride will be my undoing. Amanda and I clean up the kitchen and play a little more living room hoops before she retreats to her room to do homework. I go back to my word jumbles. Hey, this one spells a cat. Wow, cat. Of course, inside the Pillsbury Doughboy butthole, I want to spread the word of it. I love it. Smells like the inside of the Pillsbury. I don't, like, it kind of sounds like a bad thing, but then you gotta think of, like, Pillsbury makes delicious treats. So, like, I want to think his butthole would smell nice. Yep. Yep, those are words. The rest of the evening trickles by. We eat dinner. I help Amanda with one of her scholarship applications, and we both start getting ready for bed. I don't think you get it. I have to keep saying it. I decide to check Dad book one last time before I climb into bed. Still nothing from Robert. Huh, hope he's okay. I turn out the lights and lie down. He's gonna message in the middle of the night. What a rude man. He only wants us in the middle of the night. What the hell? What is that? I was on the verge of falling asleep. I climb out of bed and I identify the source of the dinging. My computer screen illuminates in the dark room. I walk over to it, ready to turn it off when I notice what's happening on screen. I look out my window and sure enough, Robert's leaning up against his pickup truck in my driveway. I open the door and try and figure out what's going on. Hey, no, that's not him. He doesn't sound like this. Hey. Hey.
Hey.
Wanna hang out? I was kind of sleeping. I want to think Chuck sleeps like this all the time. A cute little Chuck that he is.
Oh?
That's no fun. Come hang out. I would argue that sleeping is very fun, but I don't have anywhere else to be in the morning. Might as well live a little. Sure.
Huh.
Cool. Do you plan on going out like that? I look down and realize that I'm in fact not wearing pants. mean, I don't mind. Right, 1 second. I run inside and throw on my going out pants, shoes, and jacket. I grab my keys and meet Robert back outside. He's an irresponsible dad. Bad dad. How do you just leave your child in the middle of the night, you know? You don't need to know where I'm going. Don't worry about it. Ready? Ready! Hop in. I jump into the passenger seat of an old red pickup truck. I have to move a few empty before cul-de-sac.
Oh.
Yep. You like them weights? Do we like him? I don't know who that is. Who is that? Yeah, smoking, no. That's why he's not our dad. I thought he was gonna be our mystery dad, but no, we don't need him. Who is that? Who is this man? I don't know. I probably do know, but I probably don't. I don't know. Do we like him or not? But I want to know! I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think I know. Yeah, I don't know. Last one. Hello, Major Blue. Hello. I'll go with the last one. There, that made him happy. Now we've made Bad Dad happy. Before I can answer, Robert turns up the radio. Yep, that's Tom Waits already. He lights a cigarette and cracks the windows. We drive together in silence. So where are we going? Robert doesn't respond. Robert. Oh, I heard you. We still don't answer my question. I look out the window and we're being kidnapped. We are being kidnapped. Out the window. Robert's taking us to the highway. I twiddle my thumbs. Well, whatever I've gotten myself into, it looks like I'm in for the night. I settle into my seat and watch streetlights pass by. I glance over at Robert, who's driving intently. He looks tired, as he always does, but there's something a bit more there that I can't place. We'll ask him if he's okay. Oh, why did he like that, I guess? Just peachy. Stop looking so nervous. I'm not nervous. I'm a little nervous. Just hang on, we're almost there. No, I didn't kill him yet. He hasn't showed up in order for me to do so. No, seriously, he hasn't shown up to a couple meetings. I missed one this week because I had a nasty ass headache and I just told him, I was like, I can't show up. But then he just didn't show up. And then the next one he didn't show up either, so I don't have time to hurt him. I don't know how to find him. Almost there. I have no idea where we are, but I'm thinking moving at slight incline, so I'm not sure. We eventually come to a stop. Robert gets out of the car and I sip. I'm not sure if you want to. You said some murders and done bailed, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to fire him, and you know what? That will make me extremely happy. You know, getting to fire someone. I'd like to say I hope this isn't the first time I have to do it, but I hope I get to do it more in the future. It's fine. What are you waiting for? I hastily exit the car. Robert sits on the bed of his truck and pats the space next to him. I sit down and take in the view. We're on the hill overlooking the city skyline against the bay. The cool night air rustles some trees near us as light blink in the distance. Off to the side, I can see the entrance to a dense forest. Man, it's also gorgeous. This is where I come. Oh, I don't even want to know what. Ugh. Don't do that. Don't do that there. Don't ruin it. I'm not the dominant one. No, I don't think I can be. I'm not that type of person. Like I could be if I wanted to, but like that would mean I'd probably take on the role of being present, like doing the presentations, and I want nothing to do with presentations. So I'll let somebody else have that role. Yeah, I'll assert design dominance. I will assert my dominance and I can build better bridges than you guys can. But other than that, no thanks. Nah. What?
Huh.
I'm kidding, what's wrong with you? This is my little spot where I come to think. It's nice. You can see the whole city from here. Really gives you some perspective. Robert reaches behind him and pulls something out from under his jacket. It glints in the moonlight, and I suddenly realize what it is. Oh shit, that's a knife. Ah, casual knives. You've been kidnapped, and now he's got a knife. Oh, please do not stab me. Robert reaches into a pocket and pulls out a small piece of wood. Please don't stab me with that either.
Oh.
Robert takes the knife piece of wood and starts carving at it. Oh, I breathe a very audible sigh of relief as Robert looks at me sideways. Did you think I was going to stab you just now? What? No. I hate to break it to you, but I did in fact bring you out here to harvest your organs. Ah! Casual organ harvesting. You know, it's like a little pastime. Play along would just be nice, I guess. Yeah, well, you think you got me in a trap, but I knew. For years, I've been putting the most vile junk food in my body in preparation for this day. Come at me, friend, and reap what you will. 2 steps ahead of you at all times, that's how I operate. Oh, he liked it. He liked the casual organ stealing joke. Ha! Nothing gets past you, huh? Robert reaches into his pocket and pulls out a folding knife that he opens and hands to me. I'm going to warn you, the last guy I had a knife fight with lost 3 fingers because he didn't know 8 basic rules of knife fighting. 8 basic rules, that's something I should know. Honestly, I can't tell you if you're kidding. I'm on so many levels of irony deep that I've forgotten what humor is. He and I laugh. Have you ever whittled before? Whittled. You ever whittled? Have you ever whittled? Considering I'm not a grandpa, no. What do you mean by that? Well, I just thought that you would have a block of wood shipped to you, along with your first social security check. Okay, you know that whittling is a time-honored tradition enjoyed by both young and old alike that you're dismissing before you've even tried. It speaks volumes about your character. However, because I've gotten to know you for some time and come to think of us as friends, I'm willing to attribute to your ignorance instead of words. What I'm saying is, go get that stick. I like carving, you know, with like not random like pocket knives or like chisels. And I made a little Santa. It's not very good, but I carved a little Santa. I have no idea where that is. Show you, but I've literally not. I don't know. No, I don't like knives. Really, honestly, I don't like knives. I hate them. Like whenever I have to cut something, like food-wise, I pick the smallest knife I can. Don't even get the metal ones. I get those like ceramic ones that they're white. I don't know, they're different and they're harder to cut yourself with. Like I avoid large knives at all costs. Robert motions to a good-looking stick on the ground, perfect for potential whittling. I don't know. I don't enjoy slicey objects. I don't know. I just like it has to be like this big. It can't be any like it can't be big. No, this little. Like those big the like like bread knives scare the shit out of me. I don't know what it is, like the ones that are wavy. No, want nothing to do with that. Or steak knives. I will take a butter knife over a steak knife any day. They're so pointy at the end. I will use a butter knife. I am a child. Just saying, I am a child. The most important thing to remember while whittling is to cut with the grain, not against it. If you cut against the grain, the wood is going to splinter. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. The knives just scare me. Saws are fine, apparently. The table saw is not fine. Miter saws I'm okay with. Like, literally don't even think twice. Table saws, horrible. Steak knives are horrible. Giant knives are horrible. I only like little knives or butter knives. I couldn't tell you my logic. Well, okay. My grandma used to stab people. Like, not because she's like with murderous intent, because she was just dumb and blind. My grandma used to open the door, like when we'd come see her, she'd open the door with a giant ass. Okay, here. I'm knocking over things, but I have something as an example. Here's my ruler. She'd open the door like this. She would literally like just open the door and here she is with this, and she'd like talk and point it at you. Like terrifying. And so I think that's where my fear comes from. And she once stabbed my mom in the arm. It is a nice ruler. It's a scale ruler. It's the ones with many sides. Yep. It's I use it constantly. Other than I took a chunk out of it. There's a casual chunk out of this end. Yeah, scale ruler. I'm pretty fancy. I don't even know how it happened, but there's like a little chip on this end. So, that's fine. That's fine. Yep. Yeah. Yepity yep, but she answered the door and she was like moving around. She turned around to talk to my mom and like stabbed her in the arm and like actually cut her arm with a giant knife. So like that's probably where my fear of knives comes from, just saying. Isn't it the most important safety? No. Getting hurt comes with the territory. Look at my damn hands. No, getting hurt does not come in with the territory. No. Look at this, his damn hands are calloused and covered in little white scars, and they're very nice hands. Very nice hands. You can make a thick omelette without breaking a few hand-eggs. What the hell does that mean?
Knife that wood.
Knife that wood? That doesn't sound... What? Okay. How do I... Look at it. Pencil. It's a sharp stick. Careful, do not poke yourself with that. You made a sharp stick. I like this game. Nice. Slicey slice. Slicey slice. Tell me about this one. I wouldn't call it a popsicle. I like flatworm. Gross. Who doesn't like my flatworm? You made a flatworm. What else can I make? More. I like naming them. Pew, pew. Oh. This is 30 here. Bubble popper. Something to make me look tougher. Working. I think you could take me in the fight, probably. You made tough guy accessory. I like that one. Again. great minigame. Egg. What is this? Chicken nugget! It's a chicken. I like tough guy accessory. I really like that one. It's a tough guy accessory. I'm gonna go with chicken nugget. Please don't eat that. You made Robert uncomfortable. I like these. See, his dates aren't terrible. We get to make chicken nuggets. That looks like a dinosaur. Nice one. This is supposed to be self-portrait. Louisiana. Is that what Louisiana looks like? It's you. Can I say it's you? I don't want to say self-portrait, and I don't know what the hell Louisiana looks like. I'm gonna go with it's you. You literally captured my likeness. I'm impressed. You made Robert, I guess. I wanted to say dinosaur, but apparently that's not an option. Slicey slice slice. I can America that, whatever the hell Louisiana is. Interesting. What do we have here? A chopstick, righty, I guess? It's a stick. You mean chopstick righty, sure. Sure. Oh my god, more. More. Oh, big slice. Big slice. More. Big slice. A swan. It's a freaking swan. If you keep this up, you'll be whittling and pro in no time. Oh, I want to say new friend. I want to say duck, though. I love ducks. I freaking love ducks. But I want to say new friend. Oh my god, new friend. He's beautiful. I'm happy for you. You made a new friend. I love him. I love him. Oh my god, more slice. Thick slice. Thick the slice. Thick slice. Beautiful handiwork. What do you call it? Big old dog. No. Why does it? I think that's stuck there. That's fine. Spring. Sir Horsington the Brave. Isn't that what his kid called it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. A brave and noble name for the brave and noble creature. You made a gift! Beautiful gift for Amanda! Look at her! See? That's what she called it! Shit! Best dad ever! Don't know what to tell you, but I'm like the best dad. Robert and I sit in silence for a while, carving our pieces of wood. I think I'm getting the hang of this. I actually kind of relaxing. I glance over to see what Robert's working on. He's carving a smaller wooden knife. Well, I'm distracted. The knife slices into my thumb. Blood gushes all over my little wooden carving. Robert is lost in carving and doesn't notice me bleeding everywhere. Robert doesn't notice. Robert and I. I'm bleeding to death. Robert finally looks over. He reaches into his jacket again. Jesus, how much stuff does this guy keep in there? He pulls out a red bandana and he wraps around my thumb. Hold tight. He hops off the truck and I hear him rummaging around in his car. He comes back a moment later with a well-stocked first aid kit. Robert carefully wipes all the blood off of my hand and swipes a bit of antiseptic into the cut. With surprising gentleness, he places a bit of gauze on the wound and wraps it up. I don't know why antiseptic made me think of iodine, and like now I'm like thinking the smell of iodine. Isn't that what it's called? Nightmares. Nightmare feel that shit is. You okay? Yeah, I'm good. He hands me what's left of the tube of antiseptic. Make sure to keep the cut clean. It's oddly touching and a little sexy. What? How? That he's acting like a dad? I guess I'm a real whittler now. That you are. Be careful though, they're attracted to the smell of blood. I don't know where he got that from. Wait, what? There's attracted to the smell of blood. Wait, turn the little teeter, you know? It's like Mothman is bullshit, but yeah, the town's hotbed for cryptozoology is still occurrences. You're joking.
Hmm.
Oh, how I wish I were if I'm a skeptic myself, or at least I thought I was. There are things in this wood I can't possibly comprehend. I think about the entire time in this city, and aside from the occasional stray coyote, I don't think it's too bad.
Huh.
You ever hear of Silver Ghost? Yes. I don't know. I don't think so. Well, let me tell you a story. I was out in the woods here on a weekend camping trip with Betsy. You don't know Betsy, but she's a big pup. Pitbull, real intimidating. I feel safe around her. First night goes without incident. I get some salt. Betsy gets to pee wherever she wants. All good stuff. Second day, I get the idea in my head that I can hike deeper into the woods, probably against my better judgment. But hey, we're having a good camping trip, right? So me and Betsy start marching into the morning. It's a little late and we set up camp, but it's different this night. Real quiet. I can hear the birds, the crickets, squirrel, nothing. Dead silence. When it happens, I hear most unholy growl I've ever heard in my life. Red's held my tent. Me and Betsy go to investigate. We look around, clearing, and nobody's here. But there's this feeling that I'm not sure I can quite describe. I know something is watching us. Betsy, though she's scared, never seen her like that. When she's scared, I know should be too, but I see it in the distance. A man, but there's something like that. I don't know what a man's supposed to look like. It looked wrong. Big arms too long for its body, black eyes. It stood there and stared at me. Then it disappears. In one yelp from Betsy, I turn around to check on her, but she's gone into thin air. I didn't sleep all night in my tent that night. I don't think I've slept right since. Casual. Wouldn't say you're lying, but I'd say that's casual. Whoa, Robert.
Hey.
I'm so sorry. They said that if you listen closely on the quiet nights like just tonight, you can hear the howl of the over ghost. Casual, I mean. Howl me through the woods isn't like a regular howl. It's so tall. Even from far away, something about makes my skin crawl. Okay, but Robert feels real funny. I turn to look at Robert. He's white as a sheet. You're messing with me, right?
Huh?
I was messing with you up until literally just now. I totally made that camping story up. I strain my eyes to scan the forest line to see where the howl originates from. Off in the distance, I see something. It's so far away, I can barely make out the shape. It looks human, but it's dragging something. Do you see that? We should go.
Really?
Casual. Robert and I slowly back away and get in the truck. He turns off the headlights and we make a call away. Back onto the road. I'm too scared to look back. What was that?
Really?
The Dover ghost, I guess. I chuckle nervously. This time he doesn't seem like he's messing with me. Or maybe someone illegally dumping garbage onto a wildlife preserve. That's the story we'll tell ourselves. We sit in silence for a little while longer, with the fear of whatever that was slowly subsiding as we get closer to the city. Thanks for coming out. This was fun. I'm sorry I haven't been in touch. We've just been away lately. And just been, way late. I had to get out of the house. Had to be around somebody. You doing okay, man? Robert thinks for a second and lights another cigarette.
Hey.
Been doing a lot of thinking. He takes a long drag. Now we're gonna hear about his emotional bullshit. You know how many dad's emotional bullshit we've had to hear in the last little while? Oh my god. As I get older, I feel more and more I'm just drowning in a sea of regret. I was so busy chasing after these things that I thought would make me happy after I didn't think anyone else. All I cared about was myself. Oh, garbage. Robert stops and I wait for him to finish his thought, but he just stares at the road. Maybe I'm just built like this, or maybe I do it to myself. Maybe it's my own choice that I'm unhappy as I am. I try to think of something to say. I remember all the times in my life when I've been sad, and there's a great many of them, but there was always a light at the end of the tunnel, something I held on to that kept me going. But there's something so resigned about the way Robert... that word made me lose my mind right there. That's fine, but there's something about the way Robert's talking. Treat him like a child. I'm glad she told me. Maybe we deserve to be eaten. I feel like that's insensitive. I'll just go with that. It must have taken a lot for you. Want to tell somebody this? You're a mysterious sky robber, but you don't have to be. You ever wish you ordered bet their father? I think about it for a second. All the time you can read all the parenting books you want, but nothing will even prepare you for raising a child. There's so much stuff I regret or wish that I could have done better, but I don't have the answer. I don't know if anyone does. It's funny. I look at you in a relationship with Arthur and it seems perfect. See, he's gonna tell us about some child he abandoned. I don't want to hear this. Jesus Christ. Because he's got to be a dad, right? It isn't. At least they're there for... See, he's gonna start telling us about some child he abandoned. Jesus Christ. I'm a better father to my kid than my dad was to me. What did your dad do? It was more about what he didn't do. He was quiet. Words are hard, but don't think he ever once told me that he loved me. He didn't care about his work more than he ever did about me or my mom. You hate him? No, I used to, but after I became a parent, I just kind of felt bad for him. He missed out my whole childhood, but I think about the happiest moments of my life. They aren't all with Amanda and Alex. He just wasn't there. It hurt like hell when I had to leave him to die in that... What?
Really?
Prison? Cool. What? I turn and smile at him. No, he's retired in Florida with my mom. We go there every Christmas. Oh, now we're making him like us. God damn it. It's not cool. Feelings are not cool. We both ring into laughter. He pats me on the shoulder. We drive for the rest of the way in silence, listening to the radio and watching the bright lights of the city grow bigger. Feeling? Yeah, exactly. Cool dads aren't supposed to have feelings. Yeah, Chuck's a hipster, so you know what? I feel like that means he has lots of feelings, but like, this dad can't. Robert drops me off at my place and I'm about to close the passenger door. I realize that... I don't know what's wrong with my eye. That's fine. It's like... It's fine. It's fine. That feels better. I'll just hold it like this. I realized that I still have Robert's pocket knife in my jacket and pulling it on off to him. Hold on to that, never know you might need it. Hey Robert, have a safe drive home. No, it's just like burning. Like it feels like I got soap in my eye. That's the... I don't know. Robert smirks, then pulls away. Then he immediately pulls into the driveway, which is one over from mine. He gets out and waves. Like it's just like... Just this one's like burning. That's fine. It's casual. Casual, stinging, burning. I tiptoe into the house, careful not to wake Amanda up. Where'd you come from? I look around and spot Amanda coming out of the kitchen with a glass of water. I thought you were sleeping. Robert woke me up to go and did hunting. You know the Mothman is bullshit, right? Amanda, Ling. You know what? It's fine. I think about the conversation I had with Robert in the car as Amanda starts walking towards her room. Hey, Amanda. She stops. I love you. It's weird when you say it outright and sincerely like that, but I love you. Love you too. Night. But we have to give her the thing that we made. I chuckled to myself, then finally decided to go to bed. But we made her a little thing. When do we get to give her that? I thought I picked the horse thing because it was like, then maybe we could give it to her, but I guess not. God damn it.
I'm lost in your
That's one of the best dates we've had. I mean, one of them is, but I don't know about the horse. So the best dates we've had are with Brian and him. It's a beautiful night and the air smells so fresh. I decide to take the long way home. I usually stroll through the neighborhood, taking to the sights and smells of urban city with the low crime rate and wide walkable sidewalks at night. What happened to You've Got Dads? I'm getting good at pleasing dads. Not a skill I thought I had, but I have it. As I approach the bar, I can hear patrons inside cheering. Oh, I bet the game is on. I wonder if my team is playing tonight. A drop of water hits my head, and now it's lots of drops of water. It's pouring rain. Maybe I should go inside. I order a beer from the bar and settle in. It turns out that my team isn't playing tonight, but I can certainly enjoy the game regardless. The bar is unusually crowded, and the feeling of camaraderie over a shared love for the game makes me smile. Sports are nice. I look over it at the corner and spot none other than Mary, sitting alone in the corner nursing a cocktail. Something about her seems different this time. Now that she's by herself and not hanging off some younger guy, she looks so sad. She looks up and half-heartedly raises her glass to me before staring off into the middle distance. I don't want to talk to Mary. I don't want to hear about her problems, because that's what it seems like we're heading towards. Forever written. Jesus. Why did I say it like that? I don't know. Should we talk to Mary? I know, but I'm questioning my choices of why I said it like that. I didn't mean it to sound like that, you know? I feel like the whole point of this is to talk to her. I guess. Yeah, I decide to go say hello. I walk over to her, but she doesn't look up. Is he taken? Oh, this seat taken. Doesn't look up. I take a seat anyways, and she finally notices me. Hey, cowboy. You alright? Never better. She hiccups, guess she's a little far gone. Tears are starting to well up in her eyes. Oh, God. Oh. Will you walk a gal home? Can I call her a cab? Like, is that much of a bitch move? Can I just, like, I don't want to take her home. Is that a rude thing to do, to just be like, nah, I'm gonna call you a cab? Why wouldn't you just call them a cab anyways? Why would you walk them home? Choices are difficult. Don't say that. Why? Let me have my 5 seconds of absolute major ego, which is like all the time. It's a privilege. Getting to know me is a privilege, don't you know? I'm gonna call her a cab. I don't really give a no, but I feel bad. She's drunk, and then she'd die in the cab or something. Yeah, she'd die in the cab. That's what I'm getting the vibe out of. I walk into the booth. Seems like Mary's having some trouble getting up. I reach out a hand to help her, but she waves me away. I got it. She clearly does not got it. You know what? Hang out here for a second. I walk over to the bar, stand her, and pay Mary's tab. Hey, I don't know if you remember me, but I live in Mary's cul-de-sac, and I'm just making sure she gets home safe tonight. I know you. Yeah, it's nothing weird, just... She usually has one of the bar staff walk her home, but I trust you. She doesn't, like, go home with... I don't really want to say it. One of the guys she meets. Nah. Ain't her thing. I head back to the booth. Mary stumbles out of the seat and directly into my arms. Mary's got problems? So she's only half cheating on her husband? Like, I mean, if you're going out to a bar and flirting with all these other guys, like, definitely cheating, but she's not all the way cheating. You know? But, I mean, I would want to get away from the stoner kids, too, so I get it. It's still raining a little bit, and I take off my coat and head over to Mary's. Like, 25%, you know? People like to argue, people like to argue whether flirting is cheating or not. So, like, she's crossing the line. But if she's doing it every night, she's 100% cheating. But doesn't he kind of know about it? Didn't we find that out? I don't know. Mary's such a gentleman. What did I say? I don't know what I just said. Let's get you home. I think the rule is like, if you wouldn't do it in front of your significant other, then that means, I mean, some people wouldn't follow that rule very well, but people with normal morals, if you wouldn't do it in front of your significant other, that means it's probably cheating. So, I'm assuming this is the case where we take that one. I need to put this down so I stop, like, fiddling with the lid. It's just like, yeah, if you wouldn't do it in front of them, like, clearly you're being a bitch. Mary and I walk in silence and up the street towards the cul-de-sac. I have no idea what to say to her for fear that she might hit on me or not. What did the bartender mean? Ain't her thing. Sorry you have to see me like this. I'm usually not. I know Joseph doesn't like it when I just... Sorry. It's alright. I'm sorry if I ever mean to you. It's alright. No, it's not. I know it's not. I'm just having a really... Forget it. Yeah, I want to forget it. I don't want to know. As we get to the cul-de-sac, I can feel Mary slowing down. By the time we arrive at the doorstep, she pulls away from me. Wait, can we just... Hold on. What's wrong?
Hey. Oh.
How about another drink? Old time sing. Come on, Mary, it's bedtime. Mary looks up and down, giving me a half smile.
Hey.
You're right. She pulls me in close for a hug, holding on to me for a little longer, and then feels appropriate. She mumbles in my chest.
Ah.
You're a good kid. Thanks for the company. Mary gives me a pat on the back, straightens out her sweater, and walks into the rest of the way to her front door herself. Ah, casual. Oh, what's that?
Welcome. You've got dads.
A casual outing. Craig, what the hell do you want? Hello, Amanda's dad. It's me, your friend Craig, who loves sports. I have a nice and smart children who are good at computers. Man, great to hear from you, buddy. What's up? I'm still strong. I'm still strong. Huh, don't I know it? Say, I've been reading up about whey protein. You know what all about? I figured it'd help me develop a bit more muscle. Craig's got problems. I know what that is. My children were having a tea party and they wanted me to invite Amanda, but we can't find her on here, so you're also invited. I thought this was dad book. Kids can't go on here. Physical invitation to follow. Cool, I'd love to come. I'll let Amanda know. We gotta go to the tea party. I loved having tea parties as a kid, which isn't probably a shocking thing to know. But I had like a mini tea set. I still have it, but it's like kind of broken. But I had a mini tea set my mom bought me, and I'd fill up the teeny tiny cups with tea. And then my grandpa went to Japan and bought me like a traditional kind of tea set from there, and I love it, and I used to play with that thing. Yeah. Who would have guessed that I love tea parties? Bro, hello. Hello, Buddha, hello. Okay, tea party time. I like tea parties. This is bothering me that this is over here. I keep seeing the ruler out of the corner of my eye, and I keep thinking it's something scary, but it's not. It's fine. Coffee time. You know dads love coffee. Gotta brew myself something black as midnight on a moonless night, but I put on a fresh pot and work on a few word jumbles while I wait for it to brew. Tea party stream. All my tea sets are literally right out that door. Like a foot from the door. I used to love them. I have all sorts of fancy antique teacups too. Oh my god, we could have a tea party. Oh god. Tea party stream. I'm thinking, oh wait, I have a good idea. For this, the children that are here get to know a special little secret, but don't hold me to this. This is only if I can get it to work. But if I can convince my parents to leave for a little bit of time, I might do a cooking stream for my birthday where I make a cake. You have to have fancy teacups. I mean, I have giant teacups and I call this thing fancy, so Cups are fancy no matter what form they come in. But I thought, yeah, if I make a little... No, I'm not drunk cooking. You can't even... No, not happening. But I don't know when it would happen. But if I can convince them to leave for like a few hours, which I might be able to because, well, not completely leave, but they like to go have drinks on the driveway with their friends all the time. So I mean, like, sure, maybe. I don't know if they'd be the same day. It just depends. Like, if I could get it to work. But they like to have drinks on the driveway a lot. So they're not in the house a lot, like, on the weekends. So, if, depending on bridge, because I have all my bridge testing bullshit around then, and like peer review to see if I was a good team member around that time. So it just depends, like, how all that falls. But, don't hold me to it. But it's just an idea I had. And it's secret for the people who are here. Secret stream planning. Because I don't want to get anybody hopes up in case I can't do it, but I think it would be fun if I could. Because I've baked my cake every single year since forever. I like making cake on my birthday. I like making my own cake. It's just something I like to do on my birthday. Last year's wasn't as cool because I couldn't get a lot of ingredients for cake, so I had to use cake mix, and it just didn't turn out. And it's my well, then don't tell Aunt, because Aunt's the only one not here. I thought you were near expecting. Okay, then never mind. Everybody's pretty much here. Don't hold me to it. I'm just saying if I could get it to work, then I would do it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Because I like making cakes on my birthday. I like making myself cake. My one last year was kind of like, it was garbage. Like, I tried my best because there was nothing in the world, because my birthday started right when lockdown majorly happened, and there was like nothing in the grocery store. So I tried my best. But in previous years, they've been pretty cool. I don't know. That just... Hopefully there's ingredients in the world. No, the thing is just getting my parents out of the house. That would be the only thing that wouldn't work. But otherwise, I got the laptop. I didn't get rid of the laptop. See, if I got rid of the laptop, I couldn't do this. But I kept it. So I have a thing to do it with. Because my phone, we experienced how my phone just casually overheats. And then stream breaks. So I still got the laptop. I can move everything. And yeah, that it would just be trying to get my parents to leave. That'd be it. But no, you're not legally allowed to hold me to it. I just, like, the easy thing would just be like, hey, can you plan on this date to, like, go out with the neighbors and sit in the street, like, because our street, no one goes down it. So, like, go out there. Like, go be with them. Leave me alone for, like, a few hours. And it would just be the occasional garage door slamming to go grab more from the cooler, but that's... I'm trying to figure out how I would do that. And as long as there's ingredients in the world, because last year was such a pain in the ass, and because we've kind of been going in and out of a lockdown right now, it's like, who knows? People might decide to stockpile, and cake could be on their list, you know? Ingredients for cake could be on their list, and it could be all gone again, like last year. Wait, what's today? I'm a week away from being 1 year in quarantine. One whole year from being told you can't go to school anymore. Good times. Good times. Really excited. I'm gonna go stockpile cake right now. It was weird things, you know, you'd think like things like in case something really bad happened. But I don't know, they just bought weird things, like flour was gone completely. I can't think. I remember like frozen pizza was like, and frozen fruit was completely gone, and frozen fruit has never fixed itself. We never have frozen fruit because Canada ain't good for fruit. So, like, I always buy frozen fruit because we can't get any good stuff anyways throughout the year. And just still, there's none. See, everyone was baking. I hope that trend's ended. Because everyone wanted to make bread. Because the world was out of bread. Okay. Okay, let's continue. What? Craig tea party. I want... And then we could have a mini tea party! But what about... How's frozen pizza? Like, that's not gonna last forever. It would get, like, frozen burnt. You know when, like, things get extra frozen and it's just nasty and you can't even... And it just turns... I don't know. I don't understand the frozen pizza thing. I can't remember. I'm trying to think. Freezer burn, yeah, like... That it's just so crispy with ice. It's all ice. I remember ice cream is missing for a really long time too. And that was during my addiction of ice cream, so I went through withdrawal. I was told to quit in one split second. Can't think of what else was missing. Like, pasta was really missing. I remember that too. Yeah, well, I remember there was like this main brand, like one of the grocery stores makes a lot of flour for most of these grocery stores, and they used to have like a brighter colored packaging. It was like green or something. And they had to stop making that packaging because they had the flour, but they couldn't get their packaging anymore, so they had to just do brown bags. Like, that's how stupid it got. Stop making bread. My mom hopped on the bread making trend. I can't get completely pissed because my mom did it too. Yeah, good times. Didn't work. By the way, it didn't work. My mom can't have yeast. Making bread without yeast. No, doesn't work. Okay, I have tea parties. Hey, this one spells sorrow. Dad, ready for today? I'm ready for every day, sweetie. Gonna tackle it head on. No, are you ready for the thing that we're gonna do today? The one thing that you promised you'd do? Honey, I already told you I'm gonna throw away my Tom Clancy novels. They're just stacked in the living room. I keep bumping into them and knocking them over. And don't even get me... And you don't even read them. They're words. Wait, no, that's not what I meant about here. The mother dough. Yeah, the jar, like, the amount of concoctions my mom, that's the only thing my mom can have is the sourdough without yeast in it, where you have to, like, start a little thing and feed it so that it's good, and then you have to test it, and if it's not good by a certain point, you have to just throw away the whole jar. Yeah, ridiculous. I don't like that. Oh, well, the one my mom was making didn't. I don't know. I don't know what she was doing. She was using potatoes. So don't ask. I don't know. She was, like, boiling potatoes and, like, taking the starchy water and using that as yeast, so her jars were scary, full of potato. I'm surprised the bread didn't taste like potato. Potato bread. That actually was good. Potato bread. I love potatoes. I had potatoes tonight. I love potatoes. I have potatoes with every meal. Yeah, greasy science, pretty much. She had to, like, take care of her potato water so that it would turn into yeasty potato water. I don't know. The tea party, Dad. No, I don't remember that. Craig's kids. That hand-drawn invitation. Amanda walks over to the refrigerator and comes back with a hand-drawn invitation of a sheet of computer paper, inviting Amanda and Amanda's dad to a tea party. They spelled this word wrong. Just put on some going outside pants and let's get going. I can go outside in sweatpants. Nothing's stopping me.
Hmm.
Dad, I'll see you in a minute. Put on going outside pants, because we're good, Daddy Chuck. Hello, thank you for coming to our tea party. I do my best, bow, and present my daughter, who, thanks to them, with a curtsy. This way, please. Rear and Hazel lead us to I thought this was a friendly just us tea party. They invited other people? What bitches? I thought this was like, we're specially inviting you to a personal for you tea party. No. I'm gypped. I love tea parties. Rear and Hazel lead us to a small table with tiny chairs. Some are occupied by stuffed animals, and Matt and his daughter Carmen, you see that name? I don't know what that name is. Are here too. Matt raises a comically small plastic teacup at me. I don't remember your voice and I don't really care. Hey dude. How's the tea?
Oh.
The imaginary tea is absolutely wonderful. I taste a hint of lemongrass. Disgusting! Hello, Carmen. Yeah, we're going with Carmen. Hello, Mr. Amanda's dad. Please have a seat. I sit down between Amanda and Matt. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get at this chair.
Hey.
Hi everyone. I turn to see Daisy and Brian enter the backyard and take a seat next to us. Spots of tea! It works so well! Spot of tea, sorry we're late. It came in. Look it! Look it! I did a thing that came full circle. Daisy made me put on my going outside pants. Yep, my going outside pants. See Amanda. Amanda gives me an knowing look and I return an obligated wink. She rolls her eyes. This is really something your daughter has pressured you into, Brian. I give Amanda another even more exaggerated wink. She rolls her eyes even harder. Thank you all for coming out of your busy schedules for some high tea. Now, if y'all, you all, tell me this is not right. You'll all. I don't think that's great. That's fine. Now, if you'll all, that doesn't. I'm bothered. Put on your designated tiaras. There are little tiaras sitting on everyone's plate, well, except for Brian's. His is a softball helmet. Oh, we ran out of tiaras. I don't think this is going to. Spots of tea? I don't think this is going to fit me, but I appreciate the thought. It's Swedish, god damn it. Yeah, but it wasn't y'all, it was you will all. That's what I think it was trying to say, but it just looked stupid. Dad, you're royalty, please act like it. Brian tries to balance the ill-feeling softball helmet on his head, but immediately tumbles off and onto the bushes. I'll get that later. A spot of tea, I'll get that later. Spots of tea. Bro, hey everybody. Ray comes in with teapot and a tray of sandwich cookies. Dad, is tea ready? Bro, yeah, it's been sleeping for a while now. Awesome. Bro, would you girls like to serve your guests tea? What, you got a problem with the accent? Spots of tea? I'd like some tea and crumpets. What's wrong with it? Yeah, Brian loses so many points in just, like, everything because of the way I've made him sound. Yeah. No, thank you. We much appreciate our servant's help. Craig leans over to me.
Nice.
Bro, that's me. Craig places a teacup in front of all of us. And a sandwich cookie onto each of our plates. He pours some tea in my cup. Awfully fluorescent for tea. I clink my teacup with Matt and take a sip.
Hey.
Good lemonade. It's tea. Right, very good tea. I'm leaning over to Amanda, who's happily enjoying her tea. So, what do we do at tea parties? We enjoy the splendors of upper class society, Father. She takes a dainty bite of her sandwich cookie. Marvelous. So, the meeting of the princesses has been called to order. Hear, hear. But I'm a warrior princess and I hunt down stuff and have like a really cool sword. Can I be a space princess? I'll allow it. I'll be a rock star princess? Sure, yeah. Those are words. I'm also a space princess. Can there be more than one? Space is pretty big, don't you think? I changed my mind. I want to be a space princess too. Dad, what are you? Do I get to be a princess? Duh. Well, I guess it makes me princess. I want to hear worse because I think mine's turned into more Swedish, so I don't even know what mine is at this point. Yeah, what kind of movie is? Exactly. But I could learn it, right? I got it. I got it. Don't worry, I got it. By Wednesday, I've got it. History Channel princess, hacker princess, rude boy princess. I want to say History Channel princess, but that's not that cool. Yeah, but I got it. I got it. I got it. I'll do it. I was gonna do it. And then we had this. I literally had the videos up and everything. And then my Steam account got stolen. By Wednesday, I got it. I got a bridge due Wednesday, but I got it. I swear to God. I swear to God, after the stream, I'm gonna spend all night. All night. I'm just gonna learn how to British. And I'm gonna say spot of tea correctly. I'm ruler of all I survey, and I'm gonna survey as a 10-hour marathon of cupcake storage wars. Bro, I don't think I've seen that one. A squad of professional bakers bid on empty storage units and then have to bake 1,000 cupcakes using only the ingredients in the storage unit. Bro, that sounds terrible. Oh, it is. Spot of tea. Spot of tea. I'll be landscaper and general contracting princess. Barista princess reporting for duty. Bro, everyone, CrossFit princess here. CrossFit scares the shit out of me. I knew someone who split their Achilles heels doing it. Just slice. Clean slice. I don't even know how he did it. I just know he like had to have like pretty much a full body cast like from the waist down after he did it. Like, doesn't sound like a good time. Now, not now, servant. Bro, if you weren't for the Princess Uprising, you would be serving me. We sip tea for a little longer, and the girls run off, fight dinosaurs as space rock star warrior princesses, I think. They grow up so fast, it was like yesterday I was helping Amanda throw her own tea parties. Bro, did she make you a servant too? You betcha. Carmen made me actually brew tea for hers. Pitfalls of my owning a coffee shop. Pitfall, Bro, your custom blends are amazing. That hibiscus one you gave to me a while back was choice. Aw, thanks. Spot of tea, it's really nice to see the girls are getting along. Yep, that's such a British accent. Yeah, I'm really glad we moved into this community. We are too. Amanda's been kind of a role model to them, you know? I hadn't even realized, I didn't even know if Amanda does either, but I guess they're alright. All the girls in the neighborhood look up to her. She seems to go out of her way to play with them. I'm so proud of her. You better not be proud, Dad, and cry at this tea party, Chuck. Ah, I hate children. I could never. Every time I'm put in a situation where with a child that I'm kind of like have to babysit them or something, I want to die. Oh, I could never. There's this, my parents have a friend that has a daughter that's like, I think she's like 8 or something, and we have the same color red hair, and she's like obsessed with me. because of it. Just like completely and 100% obsessed, because I don't think she knows any other redheaded people. And so she's just completely 100% obsessed with me, and I fear her. I hate children. And every time I go over there for dinner, she wants me to play with her and like do stuff, and I just can't. Every time she wants Barbies, I don't like Barbies. I don't like Barbies. The only thing I will be convinced to do is Lego, because I freaking love Lego, but like Barbies, no. I don't like kids. Some kids are fun. I'm a monster. I can't. She's obsessed with me, and I just can't. I just can't. I can't. I like buying her toys I wish I had as a kid for like her birthday and Christmas and stuff. I love doing that. Like things that I really wish I had as a kid or that I want now. That's the best thing. But other than that, no. The ones that you get to get back are the best. I don't do well with children. I just don't. They scare me. I brought you some extra word jumbles if anyone wants to kill some time while the girls play. The day rolls on and the girls get tuckered out, and Amanda spends the whole day playing with them and taking their pictures, promising that she'll send them the best ones later. And see, here's the other thing. I was always the oldest kid, so I always had to take care of the little stupid kids. I never got to be the little kid being taken care of, so maybe that's half of it too. I've always had to deal with them stupid children. Like all my parents' friends. Like I've always had to be the older kid. Like they're all at least 3 years younger than me. All of them. So that's probably half of it. And I don't know, my parents' friends don't have the greatest kids in the world. Like I swear to God, one of them, we used to be like pretty close, like when we'd go camping together. Like there was 2 of them, like 2 boys. And the one used to drive me nuts because he was like an absolute mama's boy and didn't want to go anywhere without his mom. And so we couldn't do anything without the parents being around, which is just absolute crap. And then the other one, we used to be really good friends and I thought he was going to be fine. No, I swear to God, he's going to be a serial killer. I tell you now, he steals his mom, like he's like, I want to say 15, and he steals his mom's credit card to buy Fortnite skins. And he just looks like he hasn't showered in years, and I think he's going to be a serial killer. Really great. That's what I have to take care of now. I don't know. It's just like, if you met him, you'd get it. You'd get it. Like, he's scary. I don't know. I liked hanging out with the kids as long as they weren't like, if they were like 5 years younger than me, I couldn't handle them. I wanted nothing to do with them. It had to be within like, yeah, like over just, yeah, 5 to a year. Like no more than 5 years younger than me. Otherwise I hated them. Wanted nothing to do with them. I do not like children. Bro, take care, guys. Thanks for coming. Bye, History Channel princess. You want dinner? Nah, I filled up on cookies. Me too, I'm tired. Dude, same. Playing with a bunch of little kids who all simultaneously want your attention and approval is surprisingly exhausting. See? That too. Kids are obsessed with me. I swear to God, every one of my, like, parents, friends that have kids, they're all, like, obsessed with me and want me to just do everything with them. I hate it. It's gotta be the red hair. It's gotta be the red hair, right? Like, every time my parents have, like, friends who have twin boys, and every time I go over there, they want me to build them Lego. Every single time. And, like, it's fun, but she's a nail tech. I want to go get my nails pretty. And my mom always gets her nails done when we're over there. And I want that too. But no, I I have to build Lego. Yay! Yeah. Yeah, I love it. I love it so much. Or go on scooters. You know how much I hate scooters? They make me go on scooters. I just need you to picture for a moment me on a scooter. On a child-sized scooter. Not even adult-sized scooter. A child-sized scooter. It just doesn't end well. I love having no skin on my hands. But they're like child size and I fall all the time. Every time, I swear to God, I lose all the skin on my hands. I don't like children. Don't like it. Don't like it. Don't want anything to do with them. Don't like... No. 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 Dude, same. Playing with them. Oh, wait. But in a good way. Also kind of a scary way. Kozo. I feel like I gotta be on my best behavior for them. I don't want to let them down. This is because you feel bad about dropping the F-bomb in front of your cousin that one time? I corrupted her dad. She's secondhand smokes now. Well, those kids really look up to you. I'm glad you have a whole role model. Checks pops. I ruffle Amanda's hair.
Welcome. You've got dads.
I don't... Okay, my face is already screwed up. I don't want to lose my hands, too. Okay, I've done so much. There's been... I wanted to go on another date, but I've done 2 of the little mini things. And the dates are so long. They're like 45 minutes. I don't want to read anymore. I'm starting to not be able to read. You've got dads. Moral of the story is, I'm not good with children. And for some goddamn reason, they love me. I don't know. I don't know. Is it because I ignore them that they're like, must get her to notice me? Is that it? Daddy. It won't exit. Why won't you exit? I broke the game. I want the music, but it won't exit. Oh, there we go. Thank gosh. Oh wait, I'll turn off the lights. Yeah. I think that's it. Because I do everything in my power to ignore them, they want me to notice them. No, I swear, this isn't an ego thing talking. If kids would leave me alone, that would just make me unbelievably grateful. But it's, like, I don't know. Like the one girl, clearly. She just likes it because I have red hair. That's it. No, it's not getting to know me as a privilege. It's just because the one girl is like, because I have red hair. I think that's truly it. That she's just like, I have red hair too. And our parents like to say they look exactly the same all the time, and I'm just like, yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. My hair has gotten so tangly because I keep touching it. Daddy. I am nice. Do you think I'm mean to children? I'm not just like mean to them. I just don't want anything to do with them. Daddy. I'm not mean. I buy her very nice gifts. That's what I do to be nice. I buy her very nice Christmas gifts that I wish to God I had myself. Like I bought her this thing that it was like you like get little like charms and shit and you put this stuff on it and it grows crystals on them. I wanted it. I'm not gonna be the bad influence because I'm the only older person, so they can pin it all to me and being my fault. But it was like, one of the ornaments on the thing was like a unicorn, and you could grow crystals on a unicorn. You think I wanted that? I wanted that in the worst way. I wanted to do that in the worst way. And I bought her this spinning art thing where you had to build this thing that you crank a spinner and you put the paint in and you spin it and all the paint makes like a spiral thing. I wanted that. I bought her a toy robot to build too. Like, I buy all the cool toys for this child. But then, I don't know. Because of like COVID, her parents are very psychotic about it. And everything, like, everything I buy for her, like I bought her like this thing. It was like this subscription kit to get like crafts. And it would be sent to her like, I don't know, like every couple months. And they had to keep every package in the garage in quarantine for 2 weeks. So she's never even got to make them because she's kind of forgotten it because they're all sitting in the garage in quarantine. Yeah, very cool. Very, like, just wipe them down with some bleach, Jesus. I really don't get it. Yeah, casual. I don't know. I wanted to see the robot. I bought her this cool little robot thing because I want the robot. But I was like, I can't have that because I'm not a child. So how about I buy it for a child? And then they can tell me how happy they are with the robot. But no, it has to be, it's a quarantined robot now. I don't know. I did sneak her nail polish a while ago when her parents weren't really paying attention because they're so like strict about that. I just like snuck her some nail polish so that she had something to do. See? I am the bad influence right there. So that it wouldn't have to be in quarantine. I just told her to hide it. Good job, me. Good job. I don't know, but see, then her school got COVID apparently, and they let her stay at school. I don't know. You can't have a package in the garage, but your school has COVID, you get to keep going. Because they didn't close it for once. I don't know. Don't understand. Okay, kids. I have a bridge that needs to be bridged, I think. I think I have to go bridge. But hey, my design got chosen, so like I'm extra cool. So at least I know what I'm doing. It's not some other psychos. Daddy cake. Bye. Good night. Bye. Good night. I am very humble about my bridge being chosen. Hey, it's a really good bridge, so like honestly, if they didn't choose mine, absolute bitches. They were wrong if they didn't choose mine as the best. Okay. Goodbye, good night, and jammies. Daddy. Hey, goodbye, good night, bye, good night, bye, good night, bye-bye, good night. Bye. I swear there's no surprises anymore. Yeah, I'll have fun with my sleep study. Dad, I'll sleep though. But I swear there's no surprises this time at the industry. I swear to God. I swear to God. That was a one-time thing and I thought it was pretty funny. So okay, goodbye. Jammies. Okay, goodbye. Goodbye. Good night. Goodbye. Good night. Bye. Good night. I got the wrong one!